Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the spot where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains. There's only one requirement to hang out on the edge, is that you open your big brain and close your small mind. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now. Brains, I'm waiting for my guest. She's coming from Australia. We're going to talk a little bit about transformation, her story, the beautiful Donna Brennan from Australia. We'll talk creatrix. Let me see, I got my notes here. I keep notes on my guests. Oh, yes. Talk about high anxiety, brokenness, overthinking, and there she is. Welcome, beautiful. How are you?
Oh, hello. Oh, can you see me?
Yeah, I can. Oh,
hey, how are you?
Hey, hi. Welcome to On the Edge.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you, Donna Brennan.
Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So I wanted to, talk to you a little bit about not only creatrix, but who is Donna? Who was Donna? And where does Donna see herself about 5 or 10 years from now? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about family and, reducing the overthinking and, just ideas in general in being a better person. Creatrix has been, a cornerstone to a lot of you women. And there's a great sisterhood there. You just opened up here in the United States. We want to share a little bit about that. There's so much to talk about. So let's get started. Welcome to On the Edge, Donna.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here and lovely to meet you again. And I look forward to this interview with you.
I know, and I've been waiting to talk to you. My waiting list has been a little long, and I'm thankful for that because people are really, catching on to the edge and they're holding on. But what's happened since the last time I talked to you? Last time I think I talked to you, there was a COVID shutdown, and you guys were.
Yes, sorry, we were in the middle of a COVID shutdown, that's right. So we weren't doing too much, we couldn't get out. But I was very fortunate because what I do is I work from home. So I was still busy, which I absolutely love. I love being busy. So as much as it was really hard, it was good that we could still interact with people all the time, through Zoom, obviously, and MS Teams. So, yeah.
So now that it's opened up, though, do you have a little anxiety? I have a little anxiety around people. Somebody just offered me some Laker tickets. And I was going to go, but then I said, do I want to be in that massive crowd? And I was like, no, I could watch it from home with a cocktail.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think everybody's got a little bit of that going on because, it's a bit scary. You don't know what's going to happen when you do, if you do get COVID, and, everybody's different in the way they react to it. So, and I think I've worked with a lot of women that were in Melbourne who, they were shut down for a long time.
Yeah, I know. It was almost criminal.
Yeah, so working with a lot of them, they definitely did go through a lot of anxiety and, being dictated to and not being able to leave their homes, and they're worried about their families. So, yeah, I think it is a big time for everyone, and it's about learning how to cope with, different mechanisms that can help you get through it.
But I can say one thing, you Australians are not playing around. That tennis player is down there trying to make his own rules, and they say, look, the our way or the highway. Girl, they done locked him up. I say bravo, because you know what? And the reason why I say that is, I'm all about choice. Okay, let's be clear about that. But without rules, there's chaos.
Yes.
And when you are, hurdling cattle or sheep, you gotta surround the forces. So the only way that you know to do that is to isolate the problem.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think numbers down here are just huge at the moment. And, like the rest of the world.
So what's huge for you guys? Like 300 in the hospital? Ours are like 30,000 at a time.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know. We look at your numbers and ours are like nothing in comparison. It's crazy. And I think that it just makes people nervous that, it is going on. And I think through Christmas, we did open up. So there's a lot more cases now than there's ever been. So I think we're at like 20,000 a day at the moment. So it is
Wow.
quite high. Yeah.
Right, right. And considering the size of Australia, as a country. But talking about size and scale, have you had any of your, any of your clients talk to you about the anxiety that they're feeling because of this, suppression? Have you been able to work with some of them through this?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially last year, a lot of women were ringing me. They were very stressed. They were feeling like they were being controlled. They felt helpless. So I did work with a lot. And I think with overthinking, a lot of people do overthink the worst case scenarios. And because I used to be a chronic overthinker, I knew exactly what they were going through. So it was just about talking to them and going through the process of creatrix to calm them down and come back to that beautiful space of calm. So yes, I did deal with a lot of women that were in Melbourne, a lot of my creatrix sisters as well. They needed extra support. So I think, it's definitely bringing up a lot with a lot of people. And I think it's going to be an ongoing thing because it's really triggered, all that suppressed emotion that women have, because women are the ones that actually hold a lot of suppressed emotion. It is starting to come up now, and things are triggering them to anger and frustration.
Yeah, and their partner there, sitting there looking at them. I wish he'd go out and walk the dog or more often or something, because you get on your nerves. It's even when I travel with my girlfriends, we have this little signal. We do like this. That means, okay, I'm tired now. I'm going to the room. Don't bother me. I'll come back, before my claws come out. So there's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of anger right now, but there's also a lot of joy. Tell me about the joy that Creatrix has brought in your life.
Oh, look, I had Creatrix in my life for 3 years now. I found it back in 2018. I was suffering with high anxiety at the time. I had lost my brother-in-law back in 2015, which brought up a lot of emotion in myself. And I think that everybody grieves very differently on the way they handle things.
Absolutely.
And it was my sister's husband and her beautiful children. And when you see people go through that sort of trauma or that sort of, heaviness within them, it does bring a lot of stuff up for you. So I had been suffering with anxiety for a while, but that was sort of like the triggers for me to, open it all up. And I realized that, I was a chronic overthinker and, I kept myself busy a lot. So for me, I needed something. So I went on to that journey to try and find something that was going to help me get through my anxiety so then I can help my children and my family. And I knew throughout my journey of life that, so many women were suffering with me. I've been in lots of different careers, working for lots of different industries. And I noticed in that women were, really suffering and women were being really nasty to each other. And, and I think there was a lot of bullying and, which I saw. So through my own career, I noticed that a lot as well. So when it actually was a trigger point for me, April, I just knew that I needed to fix myself first. Mm-hmm. And if I did find something that would help me, then I would definitely go and help all those women. And, I've always been into personal development. So I think when I went along the journey and I'd done counseling and I'd done hypnotherapy and, the 5-second rule and tapping and ENT and NET and,
EIGIO, girl, I know. I done did them all too. PT,
Reiki, I did all of them.
Exactly. Hypnotherapy, timeline therapy, Now that we've talked about all these different modalities that people do.
Yes.
How did you say that, Creatrix, that was the one? Because you had already experienced other things. I'm not taking anything away from Creatrix, but what I'm trying to do is add into it. What extra added value, the secret sauce did it do to just ignite you?
Well, I think, look, I had tried so many things and they did really help me. That's what kept me, sane and kept me sort of going along. But what happened was the same issues. I just kept trying to work on the same issues. I'm like, I've already worked on these things. Like, why is it still coming up? So when I saw Maz, and I'd watched Maz for over 12 months before I decided to join, because I thought, it's just one of those things that sounded too good to be true. I'd seen testimonials all over the internet and I went, oh, this woman just sounds like it's just too good to be true. So I had watched for a long time and then I just kept coming back to it. And my gut was saying that you've just got to give this a try. Like, And I was done. Like, you know, I tried so many things. I'm like, this is going to be the last thing for me. And it just made sense because it was female formulated. And I knew that everything else was generic, like it's for everybody. It'd been around for a very long time. So when I found Creatrix, I had a choice: go and actually just have a breakthrough and just, you know, help myself, or go and have a breakthrough and have the opportunity to actually go and help others. So after the 12 months of watching, I decided, you know what, I do need a breakthrough. That was a given. That was, you know, that was what I needed. But I thought, you know what, if this really does work, then I can help all those women that were suffering. So I jumped all in and I just went, you know what, I'm jumping in. I didn't have the money at the time. So it took me 9 months to save to do the program because, you know, we have to save, and, you know, I have a family as well.
Absolutely.
So I just put everything that I had into it. I saved as much money as I could and put everything aside, gave up a lot of stuff for myself, and I just threw myself in. And oh my God, that first week was a game changer. It was like instant, that first week of training.
Wow.
That when I came out of there, I had physically changed. It wasn't just mentally, internally. My whole face changed because I took a photo when I got to the airport of me when I arrived, and then 5 days later I took another photo. I went, what the hell? I'm saying to the girl that I was trained with, I went, look at this. It was my eyes that had changed. Everything had changed. So from that moment on, I had a couple of clients ring me straight away as soon as I came out of the program, because they had been watching me for a while as well, trying to deal with my anxiety. And they just went, I want what you've got, sister. Like, let me know what you've done. And, you know, because it was such a fast result. So anyway, then that was just the start of my journey. And then I just went on, and yeah, I've helped so many women now. And
well, I hear, you know, I found a lot of women that really, you guys have a very strong social media platform and presence, because I've had your other transformologist sisters on the show with me, and they say, I found this on a Facebook ad, or, you know, and it has to be magnetic. The reason why I say that is because there's tons of Facebook ads. Everybody, that's all they're doing. See, that's the misconception. Facebook is supposed to be a social interaction. How you doing? How's your kids? What you cooking? Where you wearing? Where you going? It's not supposed to be marketing and promotion. That's why the algorithm has reduced so much. But there's a camaraderie, there's a sisterhood, there's a message there that keep drawing women to Creatrix. It's not just mass putting up, you know, hey, I've got a promotion, you know, X amount of dollars, and you're, you know, 3 hours of your time, come to 1-800-ballroom and we'll set you free. It's more than that. It's something about it. And I just can't figure out what it is, but I'm glad it's here in the United States now. Tell us a little bit about the breakthrough, because I know that you work in the back office as well, correct?
Yeah, so I've done some work with Maz. I've worked very closely with her. She's amazing. She was, you know, my idol for a long time, and, you know, bringing other transformologists into our program, which has just been amazing, because not only now do I have my own business and I can actually help, you know, my own clients, that I could help bring on other transformologists, and in such a beautiful way that I know when they come and join our program, they are going to have the most amazing breakthrough for themselves. And for me, that's what I love the most, because I know that they're going to transform and they're going to change their life in the future. So for me, that's my passion, about them being the best versions of themselves, so then they can go and help other people. And it's not just having their own business, about helping their families and really evolving, you know. And I work with a lot of highly driven women that really want more out of life. And that's what lights me up, because that's sort of been my life. I've always been a very driven person. You know, I get in and I do what I need to do to get to that next level. And I think for me now, watching my sisters and watching them go and do, you know, even if it's, you know, something outside of Creatrix, they all change their life in some way. So
absolutely, they've built courage and confidence.
Yeah, the confidence and the resilience and the light up in their eyes, and you just see that, and you're always part of their journey forever. I will be part of all their journeys, because
I know, I love that. I love that.
Both. Yeah.
So we're going to play a quick round of, I'm going to throw out some words and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, so we get to know you a little bit better. Okay. What's your favorite color, Donna?
Pink.
Why?
I just love it. I think it's bright, it's fun, it's, you know, it's love, it's all sorts of love. It's not just the one love. And I just think that pink's just a beautiful color.
Beautiful color. What planet are you from?
Oh Gosh, well, I hope to think that I'm just from, the normal planet that we live on. But I think that I think I'd like to say that I'm from Mars. I'm very different to
Yeah.
people, and I have a different way of looking at things. Yeah.
Okay. If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, it'd have to be the monkey. I just
Oh, my mother loved monkeys.
intelligent. Yeah, look, they're intelligent, they're smart, they're funny, they're charismatic, and compassionate. So yeah, definitely the monkey.
Okay. What does the word busy mean to you?
Oh, busy is my life, and I think I just love being busy. I think that that's you become more creative the busier you are. So
Okay.
busy to me is life. Yeah.
What do you say to the person that is busy versus impactful? They're two different things.
Sorry, busy, and what was that?
Impactful.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will meet on the meeting to see what they're meeting about to stay busy. Sometimes there's individuals that will have one meeting and come out with action items. So as you being a mother, an entrepreneur, and a busy woman, how do you put all that together to make it impactful, to make a real difference?
Yeah, I think you've just got to come back to that space of you really need to look after yourself first. And that's one thing I've learned on this journey is once you learn to look after yourself and you take that time out that you need, you're there for more. You're there more for others. And I am a busy woman, I've got lots of different things on the go. I've got opportunities thrown at me all the time, and I'm a yes person a lot of the time. So I say yes to the opportunities and no to the things that I really don't want to do. And I think there's finding that balance of harmony, and you've got to bring that in, especially when you've got family, because you can't just be off being busy, busy, busy. And I really value family. Family is one of my values. So spending quality time with them is important too. But I really do love being busy because I'm more creative. I've just got that creative mind. I think the more busier I am, the more things I can get done. So yeah.
What would you say to the 25-year-old overthinker, Donna Brennan, today?
Oh, God. I would just tell her to enjoy the moment, enjoy today. And I know a lot of people say that, but when you're a chronic overthinker and you're worrying about things in the future that haven't even happened yet, it's just a wasted space, it's a waste of time, and it's a waste of energy. And I think that if I could go back to there and just enjoy being and not worrying, I think that would have been a life changer back then.
What do you tell the person that doesn't dream? People still think small, and I tell them I'm a way out dreamer, girl. Sometimes I have to tether myself down. I just go to the zenith point. How can it get any better than this, and what else is possible? I ask myself that all day long.
Yeah.
I get tired of talking to myself. So what do you tell about the person that's afraid to dream? She's in this quandary. She's trying to find herself. She's worked through Creatrix, but she really does not. She's got it all together now emotionally, but how do you light that fire and ignite her to dream big for infamous possibilities?
Look, so I'm a dreamer, and look, I just know there's possibilities and opportunities everywhere. So it's about taking those steps forward. Like once I clear my client's mind and they've quietened down, it actually can take a little bit to get used to because they've had it for 40 years, most of my clients. So it's about quietening that mind down and letting them know that there's so many opportunities. And once we quieten the mind down and they can actually dream more, they can actually have whatever they want. They get to choose. And I think a lot of women think they don't get to choose, that they have to be the mum, or they have to be the stay-at-home, or they have to stay with the same thing. I have a little bit of shiny object syndrome, which I do love lots of different things.
I do too, girl. I ordered something off the telly, knowing I didn't need another piece of jewelry, knowing I didn't need it, but it was shiny, it was pretty, and it said April. And I was like, okay. I'm coming.
And it's okay. And I think women think that they go and learn one thing and then they have to stick to that and that's it. But I think it's good to have momentum and it's good to do what you do. I mean, I've been doing Creatrix for 3 years. I have not gone anywhere else. I have not needed another tool. This tool is absolutely freaking amazing. I do not need another therapy. Wow. So now I feel that I'm in the best place ever, that I don't need another thing, but I've got opportunities to grow and to want more. And I want more for my kids. And I think my husband and I are at a really good place right now. And we have a lot of the things that we've always wanted. So now it's about helping my children and getting them where they want to get to. And that's really important to me too now. So
what do your daughters think about you and your philosophy and use of creatrix in your life?
Well, I have two boys
Oh,
and
two
they're
boys. I thought you
20.
had a daughter.
No, I know. I wish I had a daughter, but no, I have two boys. I'm very happy to have two boys. They're just beautiful. They're amazing. And I think, they've
Okay,
seen
so
a karma mum.
let me change my question then. Since you have two sons and a husband, what did they say when they were introduced to the new Donna?
Well, they thought I was a little crazy at first. They're going, oh my God. But now they actually see the benefits and they don't see it as woo-woo. They just see it as, look, I'm calm. I don't get angry. I don't lose my shit like I used to. I'm a
Mhm.
lot calmer. And I think that they needed that. They needed me to be that as well. So then I can keep them calm, because when you've got high anxiety like what I had, the whole household would feel it and they would become anxious as well. So it's about becoming that calm mother that I needed to be, so then they don't go into life with anxiety. And I noticed that with my son when he was doing his year 11 and 12, and he was quite anxious before that, but I'd had creatrix before he went into year 11 and 12.
Mm.
So he didn't have any anxiety throughout that. And all that changed was I got myself sorted and I came to a calm place. So I think the boys see a big change in that, where I'm just calm and I can just see things from a different perspective, and I'm not,
Right, right. You
and
see
I
the
don't
big
tell them
picture.
what to do now. I respect them more and their journey and what they want to do. And I think that's really important for us to do that.
Well, it is so important, and you have been so important and valuable in the information that you've given us. Tell us a little bit about how to get in contact with you there in Australia or anywhere in the world. Brains, I'm telling you, it's here in the United States. You better,
I know, we're so excited that we're in the
you better
United
not
States.
walk, you better run, okay? Because I hear it's the secret sauce. Absolutely.
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
really is.
I,
And I can't wait for America to get this and they really take it on board, because it is a life changer. It's for women, the women's mindset, something that we've all needed. And I'm just excited. So you can either get me on Facebook, on Instagram, or I'm on the Pink Brain. I have my own Facebook page.
Pink
Or also
brain. Wait a minute.
the
Wait.
Pink
Dial
Brain.
back.
See, we are the
Dial back.
brain.
Tell me about the pink brain, girl. You know I'm all into the brain, okay? Did I tell you guys where you were? I forgot to tell you a long time ago. You're here on the
Hello,
edge
brain.
with the
Yes.
brains. Okay, tell me about the pink brains.
So the Pink Brain was involved. Well, obviously, when I first came out of creatives, I said to my husband, I need a catchy name, and I wanted something that was to do with women and, so we can help women. And he actually came up with the name, the Pink Brain, which was just amazing. And I just went, you know what, that's perfect. And everybody I've spoken to about it, they love it because they can see that it's representing something. It's my favorite color as well. So there's a lot of different things. And I think women are so important in today's society, and we're not better than men. We are the same. But when you work with a woman in that household, April, it's about bringing harmony to the whole home, and it brings us to that beautiful place. So I think the Pink Brain was created to bring that harmony to the home, so then we could all grow together and we can all have an understanding of each other. So yeah. So
what do you do there in the pink brain? Do you just have sisterhood? Do you sit and crochet? What do you do?
So in the Pink Brain, I'm all about empowering women. So with the Pink Brain, I work with my sisters. I've got a whole lot of women that I work with now. We do workshops. We teach people how to start moving forward, because, Creatrix is quite advanced, but people need to get to that level, or, whatever level they're at. So it's about nurturing them. And, we do that through workshops. So, it's an
Good.
umbrella for women. Yeah.
Well, things are opening up. Maybe you can do some retreats. Where are you in Australia? What part are you in?
So I'm in Cronulla, Sydney, Cronulla. Yeah.
Okay, so Sydney. Okay, not too far from Sydney. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, so it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful, and the people are beautiful. Leave us with some encouragement. What would you tell, a woman that's struggling right now, that's sitting there crying and looking at them little badass kids? She hasn't cooked dinner. She's got maybe $20 in her purse. Her man is an alcoholic, and she's just at her wit's end. What do you say to her, Donna?
Look, I would say to her that, there is help out there, and there's a lot of women that are in your place. You're not alone. And I think that it's really big, because when you're in that place of destitute and you're angry and you're frustrated, you feel all alone a lot of the time. And I think that, you know, I'd like to give the message that there are people out there in your same spot, and there is a lot of free information on the internet to help you. And any step's a good step, you know, and it's about you just building that strength. And what I teach my clients is about teaching that strength from within, that confidence, that resilience, knowing that you are good enough, you're amazing. And you know, there's something in you that is amazing, that has this amazing talent. And it's just about believing that you've got that in there, and knowing that you can make a difference. You're making a difference in your children's life, even though it is hard work. And I know how hard it is. I had to go through that in my own life as well. So it's just knowing that there is help and you can move forward, and to find those people that will lift you. Find those people that want you to succeed and do well in life, whatever that is for you, because success is different for every single person, and whatever it is for you is okay as well. So yeah, absolutely. Find your tribe and find those people that really do care about you and want you to lift and help you with your children.
Well, we want you to live a nice, glowing life. It's not perfect. This is the test ground, Brains. Okay, we're on the ground floor. We have not even ascended to half of the places that we could or we should. We're only using a small percentage of our mind. There's a large percentage of our subconscious that is holding a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of doubt. So again, work with someone like Donna that is helping you to unlock that. At least talk about the shit. You know, you sit there, you don't talk about it. It's like a volcano. It is going to erupt, and it's not going to be cute. Okay. And it gives you wrinkles.
Yeah. And there is help. And I think that it's important, because as us as women, we hold us stuff. And I know before, you know, I got help that I needed, I held it all in. I didn't really have anyone. I had my best friend, actually. She was probably the one that heard everything. She knows me better than I know myself, and she kicks me up the butt when I need it. But having her by my side was a massive game changer through having children. You know, my children were very active, and I had a very sick little boy who, you know, he was a premature baby. So having her there helped me throughout my life, and she's on this journey with me, and, you know, she's just come a long way as well. So I think that when you're with those people that really care and love you, we can really nurture that, and we can grow with that. And you only need one. You don't even need a lot of people.
Right. And, exactly. That's what I say. You don't need a lot of people. You need the right people. And you are one of those right people. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Edge. Come back, keep us informed. You know, I'm sure you're going to write a book. You got all this information to give more information, updates on Creatrix. I'm sure that what you're doing is ever evolving based upon what women's needs are, their fears, their anxiety. I mean, I'm sure when Mass started this program, she didn't have to put a section in there talking about what to do when you are in a pandemic. So everything is always changing. But this is a place here to provide you information, Brains. I need you to go in and like, love, share. Go back and listen to some of these other interviews so that you can see the different perspectives from the experiences that each one of these ladies experience in Creatrix, some from the very mild, others to the outer limits. So, you know, there's something for everybody. And I'm so glad that you are in the mix and that you are here with me. Thank you so much, Donna Brennan.
Thank you so much for having me. I loved it. It's my pleasure. And yes, we're definitely on a different journey, all of us, but it's the best journey. So yeah, beautiful.
Absolutely. All right, Brains.
Peace. Great. Thank you.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. I forgot to ask you. I'd like to have your express consent to edit, produce, and distribute this podcast on behalf of ALM Enterprises, a Good Person Production. Do I have your permission?
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Donna.